Where's the beef?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Beefcast. I am your host, Zack, Gifted Llama, and today I got Brandon here as usual. Hello.
Hell yeah.
And today we don't really have any topics planned, and it's just going to be us two because we don't have enough friends. So we're just going to bullshit for like an hour and see what happens. So yeah, get your tummy out, get your blankie. Get your headphones on, tuck in a little bowl of soup if you want, and just get ready because we're just going to chat and chill. Very laid-back episode today. Isn't that right, Brandon?
Absolutely. We're just going to fucking see where the conversation takes us. Hopefully nowhere offensive.
Oh, it's definitely going somewhere offensive.
But
firstly, Brandon, I want to tell you about a dream I had the other night.
Oh, by all means.
It was actually a series of dreams, and it was I think, on Friday night.
Oh, shit.
I think we were chatting then, but well, I went to bed that night, and I had a little midnight snack. I had a tummy full of popcorn and salad because I'm a freak, and I just was craving a big bowl of salad late on Friday night, and I had some popcorn as well because I was watching. I've been really into zombie movies lately, so I was watching Night of the Living Dead. The original, but it was the Cinemassacre, Angry Video Game Nerd commentary.
Oh.
So I was just watching that one. I don't know why. I just put that on, and then
Did you say that the movie was a shitload of fuck?
Oh, probably. Actually, wait. I don't know if he was in character for that one. It might have just been him.
Oh, damn. So he was completely laid back and not at all fucking exciting. I don't know.
These zombies are poopy dicks.
Yeah, some of it, like, his character is just so fucking, like, out there and so energetic. Like, it's honestly hard to take him seriously with how laid back he actually is.
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean. Very chill guy. Yeah, I think it was just him because it wasn't Mike Matei on there, thankfully. no offense to Mike Matei, but...
I mean, have you ever seen his famous Elmo and Grouchland review?
I think so, actually.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I'm cringing thinking about it, so I might have seen it.
Yeah, that's up there with the fucking Minecraft one.
The Night of the Living Dead. But so I was watching that, and then I think I fell asleep watching Dawn of the Dead without commentary, just the regular movie, because it's fucking all on YouTube. And I was like, why not? So I had a tummy full of popcorn, a tummy full of salad, and I went to sleep with zombie movies. So that probably had to do with why I was dreaming weird dreams last night. Weirdly enough, no zombie dreams though, but it was like a 3-part dream. Okay, so the first part, I was like in a hotel room, and there were these 2 hot women, some hot bitches, and they wanted to have a threesome with me, and I was like, oh hell yeah! So I went there, and I was like sat on the bed, and we're just talking and stuff like that. I forget what we were talking about, but I like fell asleep. Yeah, we were talking about our feelings, and I just fucking fell asleep, like, in the dream, I guess. Or, I don't know, because, you know how time moves weird in dreams, so, like, it's weird, the transition.
Damn, so you, like, inceptioned yourself.
Pretty much. I, like, fell asleep, was about to have a threesome, a little disappointing, but then it transitioned to the next part of the dream, and this is where it starts to get a little weird, okay? So, I was, like, on a pirate ship, okay? And it was, we were, like, in this coliseum, like, this water-filled coliseum, like wooden things all around where like the crowds were sitting. It was like a big open ocean like arena kind of thing.
Like what the Romans did.
Yeah, like what the Romans did when they would flood the coliseums, kind of. But like this was like out in the open ocean, I'm pretty sure. But the captain of the ship was strangely enough Zack Psychic Pebbles, the online animator, if you're not familiar with that. And Brandon already knows that I listen to way too much Sleepycast, probably more than is healthy. So he was the captain of the ship, and I think there's probably you guys were on the ship too. I wouldn't be surprised. But it was like they weren't like it was like they were competing against other ships, but they weren't like fighting. We weren't like firing cannons or anything.
Mm-hmm.
We were just like doing tricks. It was like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. You have to get the most points or something. And
to do the Christ air on your fucking pirate ship.
Oh yeah, we had to do some ollies and like listen to early 2000s music.
Mighty Boss Tones.
Oh god,
Goldfinger.
That's bringing it back. But Zack really wanted us, not Zack at the podcast, Psychic Pebble Zack. He really wanted us to perform this maneuver where we would flip the ship, like just do like a loop-de-loop, like vertically, like the shit, just a complete circle, like in midair, pretty much, just like go up like a ride at like amusement park or something, where you like sit on the thing and it spins around. He wanted us to do that, but like a straight up and down circle, like a Ferris wheel, pretty much. I don't know how that was gonna happen. So he was like trying to maneuver the ship and stuff, and he would like keep crashing against the sides of the walls of the Coliseum. And I would feel it in my dream too. Like you get that sensation when you're like moving back and forth and hitting shit. Mm-hmm. So I can only imagine what my actual physical body was doing in my bed. I was probably just like having a seizure or something. I don't know.
Just thrashing violently.
Oh yeah, it was completely wild. So we finally executed the full maneuver where we just went upside down and back around again. And it was like, that sensation when you're falling in a dream, how you get that feeling like tightness and the tingly. Oh, yeah. It was like that times like 100, because it was just constant, because he did like a couple. It wasn't just one. He was going in for several. So he was just doing that all over again, and it was fucking insane. And then I must have like passed out or something. But yeah, like whatever happened in the dream to excuse the fact that I transitioned to the third part of the dream, which was a little more tame. I was in this very nice and well-stocked like video game store that had like all these old and new games and stuff like that, and I guess my objective was to find the specific Nintendo 64 game. It was like a first-person shooter, but instead of like a sword or gun, you had like a wand. I don't know if it's a real game. I don't know if I just made it up. I think it had a really stupid name in my dream. It was called like Wandy or Wando or something. Wando 64. So I had to find Wanda 64, and so I was like looking through, and it was like the shop was kind of like laid out in a circle, like you could browse all the way around pretty much, and there was like the central register kiosk or whatever. So I was like looking around, I was finding all kinds of these crazy games, because my mind was like combining different elements of my favorite games into like all these other crazy. Like I found like a Spyro the Dragon like a Risk game or something, like a board game, and I was like, oh fuck yeah. And so I was getting distracted. I was just like buying a bunch of shit while adding it to my cart and just carrying it around. And like I guess I went to the back of the store, and I don't know if I was allowed back there, but like I just like I looked into the room. You know that scene in The Shining where she looks into the hotel room and it's just the guy like he's sitting there getting his dick sucked or something?
Yeah, with the guy with the dog suit.
Yeah, I kind of just like looked into like a back room, and I just saw like the silhouette of a person, and like there was also just like an analog TV with like static playing. It was really creepy, or it might have been news or something. I don't know what it was, but like I got the feeling that he didn't like no one looked at me, but like I got the feeling that I wasn't supposed to be back there, so I kind of just went. I don't know. That doesn't really have anything to do with the dream, but so I think I found Wando 64. And then I got the game, and then I woke up, and I was really confused. And like it's like that fresh state when you wake up from a dream, and you think all the things that happened were real. So I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm gonna play some Wando 64 today." I was gonna dig out my Nintendo 64, plug that shit in, and then I was like, "Oh man, fuck." I could have had a threesome. I could have had Wando 64, and I was in a pirate ship. I know why I was in a pirate ship though. I was playing that pirate game Blackwake that night, so that might have had something to do with that.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why there weren't any zombies though, because I woke up and the TV was playing Dawn of the Dead, because it must have like loaded another upload of the video. I don't know why they got the full movie on YouTube. I think the first film is public domain, I believe.
Oh wow.
You can do whatever you want with it, but I don't know about Dawn of the Dead, but it was up there. So
yeah, well,
yeah, it was a weird night.
Yeah,
I might have had something to drink too. I don't know.
Sounds like it. I mean,
but I had a lot of salad, like a lot of salad, a belly full of pop. I had like 2 bowls of popcorn because I was going in for the long haul. I
So
guess that's the case
clearly,
though. Like you go to bed on a full stomach, doesn't that like induce dreaming?
I don't know. I mean, I've gone to bed
Oh
on a
my.
full stomach plenty of times, and it doesn't like always happen for me. But I don't know. Maybe you should talk to like a dream analyzer, see what it
Oh
actually
no.
means.
Yeah, maybe. It was just I don't really dream that often anymore, but like when I do, it's always like something. It's always like a multi-part
Something
dream.
sick and twisted.
Oh yeah. I don't know what. Oh, can I tell you about another dream that I used to get a lot whenever I was a kid?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't want to keep talking all the bunch, but
Hey man, this is your show today.
oh hell yeah! All right,
You did
I'm
the
in
intro
control.
here, yeah. Hey, you said you were the host, so I'm the guest here.
Oh well, I was just saying host because we're all kind of hosts, but
True, but
I'm sharing power. I'm not
I'm
taking the
chilling today.
mantle. Don't worry. Don't worry, Brandon. One day we're gonna find another friend named Brandon, and then you'll be fucked. Because we already have like 8 Zacks, we already have like a billion Jakes. You know,
Yeah, but I
we
mean,
just need a Brandon now.
but there will be a clear hierarchy of Brandon. He will never be better than me.
The Brandon caste system.
I am the
Is that what you're
original.
saying?
Exactly. He is the undesirable.
Right.
Future
I
Brandon.
understand.
Fuck that guy.
Future Brandon. Isn't future Brandon just you though?
Maybe. I mean, who knows? Maybe I like split into two halves later.
Go through mitosis.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, I don't want to go to work today. Just split in half and make my other half do it for me.
Eat enough Jimmy Johns that you just support a new life form to grow from you.
I just become big game and then get shot.
Die tragically, a heroic death. On Jimmy John's mantle.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Robust mantle.
Could be worse. Could be Papa John's mantle.
That's true. You don't want to be on Papa John's mantle. He'll say the N-word at you.
Yeah, he will just not be very sensitive.
Exactly. But
Anyway,
this
Dreamcast.
Dreamcast. Oh man, I could talk about the Dreamcast for hours. But anyway, so they're like, I don't know if you had these when you were a kid, but like a lot of my dreams whenever I was younger, it was just like there'd be like series of dreams. They'd all be in the same kind of place and they'd all kind of play out the same, ultimately leading up to this climactic thing where there's like a bad man or something scary happens, and then like I wake up.
I've definitely had like, I don't want to say like chronological, but I've definitely had dreams like that are sequential, like they tell a story, and it's like on multiple nights I've had it happen. It's fucking weird. Like I used to have them when I was younger, but yeah, no, I've definitely had them like tell a story, because I remember one of them was like one of the I had it a couple times. One of the reoccurring ones was like it was some kind of medieval world or something like that, and this like powerful wizard had like killed my family, so I had to like go fight him and like quest for revenge and shit like that. I don't know, man. I had some issues.
Dude, that's just the third Evil Dead movie.
I mean, yeah, that's what I figured.
But yeah, the one I had, it was really stupid because it wasn't even that scary. But I guess I don't know. I think The Lion King scared me as a kid because like just the scenes with Scar in it always kind of freaked me out. But these dreams, what would happen is, okay, it would be like two different locations, but the main location, it was like middle of the night. It was me, maybe some friends or something. And this was probably when I was like 6, or I had these dreams. And we were just in this living, not my living room, but it was like a living room, and it had like a big like glass screen window out, and you can see into the yard and patio and stuff. So that you can see like the moonlight coming in, and it was just like no lighting other than like a big entertainment set against that wall with the glass screen, and there was like a CRTV, and we would always put in The Lion King, but it was like a dream version of The Lion King, so it was like much more abridged. So every time we'd watch the movie, it would be like all nice and happy, and then like it starts to get dark and scary, and that's like when Scar is going to appear, or something dark is going to happen. So like, and I already had known from previous dreams that part will scare me. So the goal of each dream was to try to stop the tape before it played that part. But like every time I'd be like really heavy, or I'd move slow, or I'd trip and fall a bunch. I can remember like skinning my knee on the carpet a bunch, just slipping and falling, just trying to get to this VHS player and hit the stop or eject the tape. And it was just so weird. And they always like scared me as a kid, and I'd like wake up it wouldn't be like a jump scare, but it'd be like your muscles get all tense up, like that, the sensation of falling almost. I get that feeling. That's what I'd always feel. That was like the jump scare, and I like didn't want that to happen because it made me so uncomfortable. So that just, I probably had definitely around 10 of those dreams.
Damn.
Over like throughout my childhood. It was really weird. I don't know why. I think it's that shit in like the old movies. Or not even old movies. Like when you're a kid and you just see movies that aren't scary, but like you always get scared about certain parts in movies.
Yeah.
Like every time.
You get like anxious about it. That's funny that you mentioned like how you were trying to move and stuff in the dreams, because I always like, I remember like any dream where I would like have to fight somebody or like fight something off, I could never like punch correctly. Like it would always feel like really.
Oh yeah, same.
Like yeah, I think that's a pretty common thing. Probably because your limbs aren't like active. I don't know, during sleep, and your brain still registers that. But like I've always found it weird that like I can never actually fight back when I want to, and that I think makes like nightmares where I'm trying to get away from something and like something's trying to catch me, like I'm trying to fight back against it. That makes it that much more fucking terrifying because I'm like, oh god, I can't do anything about this.
Jelly.
Yeah, I was gonna say
around.
I've heard that throwing works better in dreams, so I gotta embrace my fighting game mains and just become a grappler.
Wait, you're throwing the person chasing you? You throw something at the thing?
Well, either or. Like if you can grab and throw them, like it works better than punching in dreams, from what I've been told. I don't know if like
I should have just thrown something at the TV and turned off the video.
Exactly. But yeah, that's such a weird sensation too, because like it feels like you're moving through like fucking Jello. But
oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, I definitely had weird dreams like that. I remember the strangest one I ever had was that I was in like an Iron Man suit and I was in the prehistoric period and I had to fight a bunch of dinosaurs like to survive. Dude, it was fucking wild. I remember I think I was at my dad's, and for a while, like growing up, I would fall asleep with the TV on at my dad's. So like I would just watch like Adult Swim or whatever. And then I remember like for a few years they played that one reboot they did, like the animated series of George of the Jungle. So I think that like my brain would hear it and like my dreams would be influenced by that. Because I've noticed like even when like because I would also fall asleep listening to music too when I was at my dad's, because for a while I had the room in the basement and that's where the computer was, so I would just put on like that's when I used like Groove Shark or something like that, or I just put on like my iTunes or whatever and just listen to music and stuff like that, like usually slower, more like laid back stuff to help me sleep. But I would notice like I'd start hearing certain songs in my dreams, and I would have dreams about like having to perform them and stuff like that, and like I would forget the words, and I'd be like, oh shit, I don't remember the words, but like I could still like clearly hear the song playing. So it was really weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
definitely fucking crazy.
I think that had something to do with it. My dreams.
You just made me think of something. You made me think of something to append to my scary Lion King dream. Was that every time the play would start, it would do that, the movie would start, it would do that thing, remember the old VHSs, it'd be like, and now the feature presentation, and like the moving squares and the narrator, it would always do that. It would always do that, or the THX noise,
coming
which really just fucking
to theaters.
Yeah, that's the one it did. It was like, coming soon. Or the THX was like, oh god. That'd always get me fucking psyched up for the dream. I'd be like, oh god, here we go.
Absolutely.
Not this again. Yeah, but there was this one, a lot of my dreams though, I guess we're talking about dreams this episode.
Yeah, I guess that's the topic. I mean, fuck it, man. It's, like I said, see where the conversation takes us.
I always have like weird, a lot of my dreams took place in real settings that I grew up in, like our high school or our school. It would always be like a weird altered version of it, like not even like necessarily any physical differences, just like it had a different kind of atmosphere, which is more appropriate for a dream. But I don't really know where I'm going at this point, nothing specific, but it's just like, I don't know, I don't think I really had any dreams where I had to like fight stuff or anything, or had like something. I don't know if I had a nightmare at all recently,
really?
or
that
recently,
I can really remember.
I mean, I've probably had nightmares because I've woken up.
Mm-hmm.
I do know that whenever I started working at the grocery store, there would be some night because I was a cashier, and there would be some nights where I would just sit up in the middle of the night and just start ringing out customers. And I'd just be like, oh, okay, hey, how's it going? Oh, 7:59, and like it was like half asleep too, because like I was aware that I was doing it, but then I was like convincing myself that I had to do it because I'm at work right now.
Mm-hmm.
It was fucking weird. I don't know what the heck's going on.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I've had a ton of work dreams, both about like Burger King and then fucking Noodles and Company. A lot of them revolve around like me being like horrendously late to work, like at least 4 hours. And it's like, oh my god, I had a shift today. I totally forgot. I guess that's like one of my biggest fears is like being scheduled to work and not remembering.
Oh shit!
Because like whenever I have to work, like I'm usually really punctual. Like if unless I'm sick, I'm definitely gonna be there like on time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had so many dreams about work, or like something happens and like I'm doing whatever my task is, like I'm doing it wrong, even though it's like the way that I have done it a million times in real life, and it's fucking stupid. I hate that I dream about work. I'm like, I'm already there more than enough as it is, but I don't want to be here in my dreams.
It's infesting your REM time.
Really though, I've had a lot of dreams about driving too, and it's weird because like it's usually a car that's not mine.
You stole a car.
Well, yeah, no, like a car that I've never driven before. Like I've only had whenever I had the pickup truck, the S10. I had like one dream about driving that, but it was like I was going way too fast and like lost control. I think I was driving down the road by like Jake's old house, and I was just flying down that fucking road and like lost control and crashed and like woke up. That's when I woke up. But yeah, I had so many dreams about like having to drive places, and like it just feels weird, like I don't know how anymore or something like that.
Just like forget how to drive.
Yeah, I guess that's like a common thing now that I'm thinking about it in my dreams, like forgetting how to do something that like I'm confident in my ability to do, like stuff at work or drive.
Well, that's actually very fitting because a lot of people didn't know how to drive on Jake's old street.
Yeah, that is true. A lot of fucking idiots back there.
It's a very dangerous place.
Oh yeah.
A lot of crazy stuff going on there.
Absolutely. But yeah, that's weird. I wonder what that means. Like, why do I dream about that shit constantly? It's like forgetting how to do things. Maybe I'm just like afraid of being inadequate.
I don't know, but you did make me think. I did have a dream recently that I was really late to work. No. What happened was I was at work, but then like something important had happened and I left, but I left without telling anyone. And it turned out like I was gone for what turned out to be probably like an hour or two.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was going to be really quick, and then I got back, and I just got fucking screamed at, and I got fired, and I was like, oh,
damn.
Fuck. And then I woke up, and I was like, shit, I'm fired. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. That's the best part, though, whenever you have a really shitty dream, and then you, like, wake up, and you realize that's not the case, and you're like, nice.
Oh, yeah. Whenever something really bad happens. I've had a lot of those.
Especially, like, whenever we were in school, and you'd have dreams that you're in school, and then you wake up, and then you're like, oh, it's summer. Or even now, I sometimes have school dreams, then I wake up, and I'm like, oh, I'm not in school.
Dude,
I'm done with school.
I've had fucking dreams about, like, the school being on lockdown and shit, and, like, there's,
Holy
like,
shit.
Yeah, all the lights go out, and I think it was, like, I remember one dream I had, like, I was in the middle school, and it was a very, like, Hunger Games-esque dream. Or not even, like, Hunger Games, but more, like, just, like, the fucking school went on lockdown while we were all in the cafeteria. Because you know how they, like, before homeroom, they made us go sit in the cafeteria and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, I would be there, and then, like, all the lights went out, and, like, the fucking doors locked and shit like that, and, like, people started going crazy, and it was just weird. Like, everybody went off to different rooms. Dude, it was fucking weird. I don't know why I had dreams like that. It was cool, though. It was kind of like Battle Royale, almost.
So you're just it was just preparing you for Fortnite. You had a vision of Fortnite early.
Yeah, right. But yeah, like, it was
classic
just,
Japanese film.
Right. Yeah, it was just strange. Like I fucking. Ugh. I also can I talk about how I fucking hate that that's what Battle Royale has become synonymous with is goddamn Fortnite and games like it instead of the film and comic series. that is actually really good.
Which came first, the comic or the movie?
That is a good question. I'm not 100% sure, actually.
That was a great movie. You gotta watch Battle Royale if you have an audience.
Absolutely.
with Beat Takeshi or whatever his real name is, but he did like a million things. That's
Takeshi Kitano.
Takeshi Kitano, yeah, he did Takeshi's Castle. He did Takeshi's Challenge.
Yeah, I was gonna say Takeshi's Challenge, the best video game on the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Oh yeah, it has grilling Mormons in it.
Grilled
Officially
Mormons.
licensed Nintendo game.
Yep. I genuinely do want to try that game sometime, though. I want to see if I can. I don't know if I can emulate it or something, just to see.
Do a Beefcast review on it.
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry, Beef Sneeze grade A review. Shit.
There it is.
One of them was right.
You were gonna get it eventually.
Oh yeah, that made me think of another thing. Did you ever go to movie rental stores when you were younger?
Oh yeah, all
maybe
the time.
Like Blockbuster, like any other like just like small stores that were like local or anything like that. You ever do that?
Oh, of course. Yeah, I mean, I went to fucking Hollywood Video all the time, and then whenever they had I want to say it was called Eagle Video in Giant Eagle, I would always go there, and like I'd rent so many fucking PS2 games from there.
Oh yeah, I do remember Eagle Video.
Yeah,
I only went there in their dying days though, unfortunately, and I kind of regret that. But I would always rent movies. I remember my dad would always take me on Fridays after work, and he would take me to the video store, and I don't know why, but like I didn't really know many movies, and I didn't really look at a lot of like age appropriate movies. But like more often than not, I would always get movies like with Owen Wilson in them. I don't know why. Like I remember I rented probably Shanghai Nights or Shanghai Noon,
nice.
Whichever one of those.
I mean,
like 100 times. And like the Rush Hour movies, it was either involving Jackie Chan or Owen Wilson.
Damn.
I don't know why, but I would always. That was the tradition.
You just didn't want no trouble.
No trouble. That was the tradition. I would get I'd get my Owen Wilson movie. We'd have a frozen pizza, a DiGiorno frozen pizza, and a big bottle of root beer, and maybe either Mike and Ike's or Whoppers, and we would watch whatever Owen Wilson movie that they had at the DVD store. And that's kind of what I did for a lot of Friday nights whenever I was a kid.
Oh yeah, it's a nice.
I don't know if that affected me.
You are now becoming Owen Wilson and Jackie Chan simultaneously.
You know, remember that one movie that like Owen Wilson had a serious role in?
No.
Fucking like, no, there was one that I saw on TV once.
Oh.
It was like he was like a soldier, and he like got trapped in it was Behind Enemy Lines, I think.
He was in that?
It was like, yeah.
Oh.
I don't know if they did any sequels, but there was one where he was like in. It was like the big Slavic countries, the big war in the 90s, all that shit.
Yeah.
Croatia and whatnot.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it, but I know what you mean.
He was like in there, and like he's like, I gotta get out of here. I'm behind enemy lines. And I remember he like crashed, and he had to he stole like a little Serbian kid's like Coca-Cola, and just ran away. I don't know why I'm remembering this. I don't know why I'm talking about this. It's not a good topic, but
I mean, it relates to what you're talking about.
But I don't know. I watched a lot of Owen Wilson when I was a kid, and I don't know why. And I feel like it had a negative effect on me.
I mean, watching Owen Wilson at any point in your life is going to have a negative effect on you, I think.
I went to the theaters to see one of his movies.
I'm sorry.
The one where he's Drill Bit Taylor.
That's weird because that was the first thing that came to mind whenever you said you went to the theater to see a movie of his. I don't know why, but just specifically that one. Probably because that's the only movie that like I actually genuinely remember like seeing trailers for that Owen Wilson was in. Otherwise, it just seemed like he kind of appeared in things.
Oh yeah, he was always there. Him and brother Luke Wilson.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, he was a lot of shit.
Yeah, fucking
like Dax Shepard and the guy that played Shaggy.
Oh yeah,
in the live-action Scooby-Doo movie.
Mm-hmm.
The live-action Scooby-Doo movie was fucking terrible. Like, It was so weird. Did you ever see that one?
I've seen the first one, not the second one. I just
Yeah.
remember very vividly the fucking grotesque giant Scrappy Doo from the ending.
Oh my god, yeah,
Thing was weird.
he was just absolutely disgusting.
It's like the early days of CGI where like they hadn't quite got it yet.
Oh yeah, the proportions were all off, and I also despise Scrappy Doo as a character. He's an annoying piece of shit. But
I mean, I was never into Scooby Doo like at all. As like growing up, I like kind of strongly disliked it. It was always annoying to me. I don't know why.
well, yeah, it's definitely annoying. But I just learned recently that Hanna-Barbera, that's not a woman. That's just two guys' last names. That kind of blew me away.
You, all right. Well,
You didn't know that either? There was this dude
no,
named like
I definitely did know that. I'm actually kind of shocked that you didn't. I thought
oh,
you were.
I thought it was this very talented woman named
Nope.
Hanna-Barbera.
No,
Okay.
it definitely wasn't.
Right.
Jeez.
How could there be a strong, successful woman in the TV industry in
Oh
the
my
60s
God.
and 70s? No, yeah, that kind of shocked me. I mean, I knew it was Hanna-Barbera. I knew it wasn't Hanna-Barbera, but I just thought it was
Guess you learn something new every day. Hannah
hey, you know
Barbarian.
what? Hanna-Barbarian.
No, it's just
Yeah, all kinds of
to go
shows.
back to your thing about like your Friday traditions of like watching, Owen Wilson and eating a big frozen pizza. That's kind of funny. It's kind of fun to think about, just like all the like little traditions you had when you were younger that you would do. Like, oh, every Friday night I'm gonna do this. Like, because I just remember a lot of times like we'd have football practice in the summer, and I would always like go over to Jeremy's house or something like that, and or if he'd come over, we'd always like order from Mars Pizza or something like that.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then we'd play Dynasty Warriors or like fucking Gauntlet Dark Legacy or Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3.
Oh. Oh, you're bringing it back. Gauntlets. That's the shit.
I remember too, like when my dad and I would go to Hollywood Video, we'd always pick out a few things. I think that's actually when I first played Halo 2 is I rented it, and then it was like a weekend when I was at my dad's, and I don't remember what the circumstances were, but I ended up going and staying over with my uncle Jason, and he and I actually beat it. We played through Halo 2 together shortly after that came out.
Oh, nice.
That's weird. I can't remember why I went to stay with him. I don't know. My dad was probably doing something. I don't know. Let me know in the comments, Dad.
Yeah. Our number one fan, Brandon's dad.
Please explain to me what the hell was going on. But yeah, no, God, I rented so many fucking good games.
I never actually rented any games.
Oh,
I didn't
man.
really have. All I had was like a PS1 growing up, and then
Yeah.
like right before middle school or something, I got a GameCube,
Mm-hmm.
and then an Xbox way later. So there was like a big gaps.
Right. Yeah,
And that was like the thing before, like in the old days, like whenever you'd get video games, because we didn't really get many, because our parents bought them for us. So, well, at least for me, whenever I got stuck on a game, like that was it.
yeah.
Like I didn't have like the internet, and I didn't actually think games were bad back then. Like I didn't realize that there was the concept of a game could be poorly made. I just thought that it was like too hard or something.
Yeah,
I didn't get it.
I do remember also kind of feeling the same way, because I had a Yu Yu Hakusho fighting game for the PS2 that I really enjoyed. I thought it was fucking cool, because I mean you could play as all your favorite characters from the Dark Tournament arc. And looking back on it, I realized that game was awful. Like, not only were the graphics just terrible, but like, and even for a PS2 game, it was saying a lot. It just looked like garbage. It controlled like garbage. The fucking fighting mechanics were garbage. Like, it was so bad, but I loved it, and I don't know why.
You thought that was bad. My parents bought me Bubsy 3D for my birthday one year.
Oh my god.
And I still had that theory of the game couldn't be bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I just thought I was just really bad at Bubsy, and I could never get past the first level. Turns out it's one of the worst video games that was ever made.
Hey, it got the Golden X award from PlayStation Magazine or some shit. So
Got the Golden X award from like a magazine that they invented or had one issue of for that game specifically.
for Bubsy Magazine gives Bubsy 3D the Golden X. Yeah, no, I rented a lot of really good games that I think I ended up wanting to buy them later, because like I definitely remember renting Beautiful Joe 1 and 2, and then
Oh, nice.
also fucking The Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction for the PS2. Fantastic game. Oh my god, you just fucking ran around breaking shit as the Hulk. It was great.
Those sound pretty fun.
Yeah. And I remember too, I always had to clean out my memory card, because I would rent like so many different games and obviously have to make new save files and shit for all of them. But
So you only had like the one memory card.
yeah. It
Pretty interesting.
But it was kind of nice too, because like I mean I got to play, you know, a bunch of different games that I wanted to try, and my mom didn't have to buy them. So she lucked out, and I also fucking got to play the big video games.
That's what happened with my PS1. I didn't actually have a memory card for like the first year that I had my PlayStation. So I would have to like get as far as I wanted to in the game at that time. And I remember I would always play. It was always like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. And I would just play that. It would always just be the first level. And it's like TNT Dynamite. It was just that over and over again.
Oh, of course.
It just got embedded in my brain. And the one day my cousin came out. Hi. Hi. My cousin came over and he just like he was really good at Tony Hawk because I sucked, and he got me the Alcatraz prison level.
Nice.
And I was like, whoa, holy shit! And he's like, yeah, there you go. And I'm like, all right. And then I accidentally turned off the PS, or no, it like came unplugged or something.
Oh shit!
And I lost it, and I was just like, fuck,
Sad.
can't get back there. And he was gone. I was like, sad face.
Oh damn! I remember, because my dad and I would get the Tony Hawk games usually. We had like American Wasteland and Tony Hawk's Underground and stuff. I remember Project 8.
Oh, Underground 2 was pretty fucking good.
I remember Project 8 was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that one because you could just fucking throw yourself off your board and shatter your limbs. But I remember getting the achievement on the 360 for breaking like 15 bones in one fall, and it was because I threw myself down a massive staircase after like picking up a huge amount of speed. So funny. It reminds me of like that insurance fraud minigame in the Saints Row series where you just throw yourself into cars and shit.
Oh, yeah.
It was kind of like that, but like not as over the top and ridiculous. But I remember there was like a bunch of combo challenges and stuff I couldn't beat. So our neighbor, I think he like lived across the way from us. Our neighbor Ethan, he was a little bit older. I mean, he was a teenager at the time, but he was really good at Tony Hawk. So he came over, and I remember him beating it for us, and like racking up a fucking ridiculously high score and shit.
I like those games too. Like, I'd go to my cousins and I'd play Tony Hawk's Underground too, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever because you can like walk around and get off your board. So that's like every time I would play, I would just walk around. I wouldn't even like skateboard.
Wouldn't even do the whole point of the game. I would just fucking run around.
No, I would just run around, just like run into shit and like hit people, and
nice.
It was pretty fun. Oh, fuck! You know, do you remember the fucking Burger King games on Xbox?
Oh yeah, dude, I had
Xbox,
a couple of
Sneak
those.
King.
I think I definitely had that one. I think I also might have had the cart one.
There was a cart one?
Yeah, it was like fucking Burger Cart or something like that. I don't remember what it was called.
I just thought it was Sneak King. Damn,
well, yeah.
I didn't realize they made more.
They had like 3 of them, I think, if I remember correctly. But
Branch has a Burger King.
they should fucking bring it back, dude. They should make new games now.
Whatever happened to the Burger King?
He was fucking terrifying, so they stopped using him.
He was pretty scary, but I think that was part of the fun.
I mean, I didn't think it was that fun.
His big beaming face looking at you while you nibble on a burger. You didn't like that?
He's fucking hiding in your house.
He's hiding in the bag. He's get all the food out of his face. Is there?
Yeah, that's a little known fact about working at Burger King. Every one of them has a secret king in the back. He just hides in the freezer.
Did he ever visit your store whenever you work there?
No, but I don't think they actually like put forth any effort into having someone dress up as him. At least not for the fucking barely busy one, now closed one that I worked at.
R.I.P. Burger King in an undisclosed location.
R.I.P. Burger King, and please don't dox me. But
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a good idea. You have any Burger King stories? Do
Oh
you talk about
Jesus.
Burger King on the podcast?
I think Jonas and I talked about it briefly at one point, or maybe it was, I don't know. Um, shit, Burger King stories. I mean, we got away with so much shit there. Like, I remember it would always be whenever the one manager worked, he just would sit in the office and not do much of anything ever. So we would always just kind of be left to fend for ourselves. So we would have like one basket of chicken nuggets down for the customers and then one for us that we would always just eat. Like, we would eat so much food on the clock, like it didn't fucking matter. And it's like, oh well, you get 50% off on your lunch break. Like, nah, fuck that. Everybody just ate whatever they wanted. They made whatever they wanted. Like, unless the general manager was there, you could pretty much get away with murder.
Nice.
I remember we'd put pickles in the microwave sometimes, and they would like blow the door open. I don't remember why. It would like, yeah, they would like explode. And then Jonas and I actually, we deep fried a Cinnabon one time. We forgot to re-ice it afterwards, so it didn't turn out too great. But I remember people would like mash up buns together and like make donuts of like the fucking burger buns. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, we just experimented with so much shit. I remember some idiot fucking put cheese in the deep fryer one time and didn't realize that he would have to clean it out later.
Oh God.
Yeah, that was not a fun time for him. Had a man scream at me on my second day about his steakhouse burger taking a little while to make because we had to put it down fresh.
Oh shit.
Like, because sometimes, if we'd have people in the drive-thru and it would be taking a little while, we'd ask them, yeah, just pull around to the side of the restaurant and we'll bring it out to you when it's done, because we wanted to move the other orders along. So we pulled him around, and I shit you not, no more than 2 minutes later, he comes in and he's pissed. And he's like, fucking, I'm like, oh, can I help you, sir? And he starts fucking yelling at me. He's like, where the fuck is my burger? I ordered this, a couple minutes ago, and, you guys are supposed to be fucking fast. You guys are supposed to have this shit ready. And I was like, well, with, like, the steakhouse burgers, the patties are bigger, so we have to, like, cook them fresh, and it usually takes a little while. It takes a few minutes, but we're getting you, over the fresh food. And he's like, that's fucking bullshit. I want my money back, and, whatever. But it just, he was so mad. I don't remember how we resolved that, but I think his food came up, like, shortly after. But yeah, that was my introduction to the world of customer service. Let me say, fuck customer service.
I think it's a necessary evil, that pretty much every job that you would have as an adolescent has to involve some degree of customer service.
Yeah, I think
it's like necessary, but it's also very depressing.
I mean, I think it's good to have that interaction and like that, I guess, broadening of horizons, because like if you never work in anything like that in the service industry at all, or like in retail at all, you don't understand like how to fucking act whenever you're in the store, like as a customer. You don't get how to not be a douchebag most of the time, because I've noticed like a lot of the people that I get even now, like a lot of the people that are just fucking ignorant and they'll like leave trash everywhere. Like, okay, I get it, like, yeah, it's my job to keep the place clean, but like you can fucking do your part too. The way our restaurant's set up, you cannot exit the restaurant without walking past a trash can, but you're just gonna be a lazy prick and leave it all over the table. All right, that's fine. Like, I'm not your fucking mom.
I've definitely found that having worked at a grocery store, if I go into grocery stores, I definitely know how to like not behave, but like I just know I'm aware of like what goes on and like how to
exactly
not be a dick. But that actually made me think, your angry customer story made me think of a really good story that I had from work a long time ago. It was we had this guy come in, and I guess he was like drunk or high or something. But he's this big muscular man, okay? Ooh. And he's coming in the store. He wants cinnamon bread, okay? He's hungry for cinnamon bread, and he's in a frenzy. And so my manager is like, oh, well, cinnamon bread's right here. And our store is very small, so we don't have a wide variety of baked goods, so we only had about one brand of cinnamon bread. But apparently that wasn't going to cut it for this man. He wanted some really good cinnamon bread. So he just started going off on my manager. Jeez. And he was fucking just getting up in his grill. He was doing a tank top. He was fucking muscular and just like, hey, fuck you, fuck, what the fuck this shit. He's getting all in my manager's face and stuff like that. He's like, well, you want to fight? Or you want to fucking fight, man? And he's just like, no, we're good. And then I can just see him, like, he just looks to me and he's just like, call the cops. And I'm like,
please help me.
I'm like, oh shit. And so I walked up to the office and I'm like, hey, can you guys call the police? Because I think we kind of have a little problem going on. And she just like looks over and just looks at the situation. It's like, nah, I don't know. That's not my job. I'm just like, call the fucking cops.
Yeah, right. Like,
it's like, okay. It's like, call the cops. And she's like, all right. And so he like calmed down eventually. But actually, the owner of the store came, and he came down. And I just remember I saw him, the owner, the guy, and a police officer. They were like talking outside and stuff like that. And I just remember it was fucking crazy. Like he was fucking wilding out. There was about to be a fight. Like we were minutes away from him. Like my manager saying the wrong thing, and then just a fight happening.
Jesus.
But I wonder if I ever told the poop story on the podcast.
I don't think you have. Oh, go right ahead. I mean,
should I tell the shit story?
Yeah, absolutely. We've still got like what 15, 20-ish minutes.
Oh man. Okay, this is a really great story. This was probably like less than a year after I had started working at this little grocery store, and there was an older gentleman, and I was kind of just stocking the shelves and doing my work, and he comes up, he's like, "Where's the bathroom?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's this way, you old decrepit fuck. Follow me." And I showed him to the bathroom, and he's like, "Thank you." And then I go about my work and continue my business. Then I get a fucking call on the intercom. "Zack, come to the produce aisle, please."
Oh, Jesus.
So I come to the produce aisle, and my manager is just sitting there, and he points to the carpet. There's a big shit on the carpet. And he's just like, "Did a guy come back here and go to the bathroom?" I'm like, "Yeah, why?" "Well, he shit on the carpet." I'm like, "Oh, fuck." So there was actually a trail. There's a trail of poop, I guess, because he was on his way to the bathroom, but I guess he couldn't make it.
Yeah.
So there was like a trail of poop from the produce aisle all the way to the bathroom, and the bathroom is where he let down ground zero. I don't know what this guy ate, but there was a lot of feces. I don't want to give away too many details because it might violate some health codes, but
yeah, I mean.
But so my manager, what we had to do was, because like we weren't really equipped to deal with a mess of that caliber. So to get the initial mess cleaned up, we just took a box from like the baler, and we like cut off one of the flaps of the box. And we I didn't do this, my manager, but he kind of just scraped the shit into the box.
Jesus.
And just threw it out, and then we like fucking rolled up the carpet and threw it away. And I just remember specifically, I kind of had to like follow the trail, because it was quite the trail. It was like a secret treasure, but of shit. And I just have a vivid memory of just me scuttling around like a goblin, wiping shit trails with like Lysol wipes.
Damn. And
then hitting it with a mop. And then so yeah, it was a very nasty experience, and I kind of just showered twice that day whenever I got home. I was like, this is horrible.
No matter how hard I scrub, I'll never be clean.
Oh, I can remember vividly.
Yeah.
Like it was January 2013.
Damn.
It was January 2013. I still remember, not the exact date, but it was January 2013 when that happened.
Yeah.
But I just what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, no, yeah. My manager like called the weekend off after that. He had like PTSD because he was the one that had to clean the bathroom.
Oh yeah.
And like whenever I came back after we were all cleaned up, he was like in the bathroom like just scrubbing everything, and we just like made eye contact. He's just like, and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm sorry, man. And that's whenever we were just switching shifts too, because I believe I had just started shift. This is all transpired while the previous person was getting her bags and leaving. The previous stock person, and so he came over when we were cleaning up the initial shit, and he's just like, what happened here? He's just like, someone shit, and he's like, okay, and then he just left.
Okay, bye.
See ya.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't blame him. I'd be out of there too if I was in that position, but
yeah,
that wasn't the only time I've had to clean up shit from that place. That's the worst part. Like shit in the tampon bin once in the women's restroom.
Oh my god.
I don't know why. There's a toilet right next to it, but they just shit in the tampon bin.
Trying to send a message.
Maybe. And then, well, there was already a girl working that was going to go clean that up. And on her way back, the same manager, like, just stopped her and went, "Don't worry, Zack will take care of it." Like, fuck you, dude.
Just like, he's got
I want to go in the girl's bathroom and clean up fucking shitty tampon bags.
That's rough.
And he was just taking out his frustration from the previous incident. Yeah, he was like triggered.
I've never personally had to clean up shit. We did have. I remember as I was leaving one time at Burger King. We looked in the bathroom. Somebody went, and I guess somebody had pooped just in the corner of the stall, not even like in the toilet, but it was like perfectly like in the corner. It was fucking weird. I don't know why. Had to clean up a lot of puke though in my time, both at BK and Noodles and fucking my current job now. Yeah, especially like now being around college kids, like there's a lot of fucking puke a lot of times. Cause dude,
it's like drunk college kids.
Yeah, especially when I was working nights. Oh my god, it's terrible. I just remember the one new guy one time a couple years ago. Like right as he started, this guy was just walking out the door. He just paused for a second, like right at the door, puked everywhere, and then left. He was just like, it was all over the door and shit. And I was like, can you clean that up? He was like, yeah, I got it.
Oh, the guy actually cleaned it up himself.
Oh no, the new kid that I made clean up.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like his first big task was cleaning up fucking puke. And it was like, it was so weird too, because the guy like stopped in front of the door, puked everywhere, and then just walked over. Like he stepped over it to get out. I think
Pardon me.
Yeah, I think the most jarring cleaning experience I had though was at Noodles and Company, and see now they've changed their dishes to like plastic dishes, whereas before they had ceramic dishes, and of course those are very fragile. Well, I would always like for some reason at Noodles, literally my whole job was just doing dishes, which like it was cool.
Yeah.
You know, I got to just kind of chill and fucking do dishes. And close down the dish area at night, and I could just, put on my music, because I would always use, like, the bowls or, like, one of the metal containers as, like, a little speaker, and I'd put my phone in there and just have it play music the whole time. So it was nice. I mean, it was a nice time. But I remember, like, the floor would get wet, so I'd squeegee it every now and again. But pretty much everybody working there had non-slip shoes, except for me, because I just didn't want to buy them. But
fair enough.
I remember the one time this one girl, she was carrying a bunch of dishes. She came back and just fucking slipped, and like I think it was like a bowl and 2 plates shattered, but she cut, I guess it like cut part of her finger so bad, like she could see down to the bone. It fucked her right up. But she was like bleeding everywhere, and she got up, she's like, "Oh, I'm okay," and then there's just blood like pouring out of her finger, and I'm like, "Hey, your face." She looked and like was like, "Oh fuck, what do I do?" So we called for the manager, and thank God there was a Med Express urgent care right behind us, because like if he had to drive, though, it would have been a lot worse. But yeah, so like he was like, "Okay," he was like, "Sean, you're running the store. I'm taking Kathleen to Med Express. Yeah, we're out of here." So he fucking bailed real quick, and yeah, I got to clean up blood and shards of plate. But like I witnessed her falling, because she was like rounding the corner to the dish area, and it was just like, it happened in slow motion. It was one of those things where it's like you see it happening and you're like, "Oh shit."
Like a cartoon slip, like
honestly, kind of, yeah. She just slid. I mean, it was like, but yeah, it cut her pretty good. Then she went and got stitches and everything, and she actually came back later that night after she got stitches. She came back and finished her shift. So she was a trooper.
God damn, that's actually impressive. I would have been.
Oh yeah, I would have. Yeah, I would have been out for like a fucking week. I'd have been like, nah.
Play Xbox.
Right.
My thingy.
But yeah, no, she was a fucking trooper. She pulled through. But Yeah, so I got to like mop up blood and sweep up broken shards of plate and bowl, and that shit was so hard to actually like get swept up because some of them got like some of the little shards got in the cracks of the floor because it was like a tile floor.
Oh yeah,
yeah, it was awful.
I know that pain whenever shit would drop like jars of sauce. As the customer, you never. You only see it from the one side. The jar gets spilled. Oh, fuck, you need me to clean this up? No, don't worry, I'll take care of it. Okay, yeah. And then they go about their business. But the other side of the story is, I'm on a flat floor, and there's just all this sauce. There's this new material that needs to be removed. So how the fuck does it work? Like, you don't sweep sauce into a thing. You don't get a mop. They'll just spread it around. So, like, the shit, I would just get a box and just scrape sauce into a box and all this glass. And then there'd be little bits of glass and just fucking... So much stuff that you really never even consider when you're from the customer perspective. But I just want to put it in an aside. Fuck Noodles and Company, because they always fucking forget the pot stickers.
Oh, well, stop ordering the garbage pot stickers then.
I wanted them.
They're not that good.
I wanted the pot stickers.
They're not
I never had them because they always forgot them. I never tried them.
You can get better ones literally out of the freezer aisle in fucking any grocery store. They're really not that special, I promise.
But I got my curry, I got my green Thai curry, and I got my pot stickers, and they fucking forgot them.
Damn.
And then I'm pretty sure I ordered from them again, and they forgot the pot stickers. It's not that I like them or dislike them, I just never got to have them. So fuck you, Noodles and Company.
Yeah, this is Weaver's public figure call out.
Yeah.
Since he is the host now, he gets to do it.
When's the CEO of Noodles and Company going to say the N-word and end his career?
Jesus. I mean, that's a little harsh, I think, but yeah. It's just... Actually, wait, I think that Noodles that I worked at is closed now, too. What the fuck? What is it?
Just place? Black mark?
Yeah, I was going to say. What is it?
Shut down.
Seriously. Well, hopefully I don't leave this place anytime soon. Because we're actually doing pretty good as far as business goes. Man, I remember, like, just some of the messes people have made at my current job. Just funny. So we make our own like special secret sauce and stuff like that. We like make it in house out of a bunch of different stuff, and we store it in these big.
Secret sauce.
Oh yeah, and we store it in these big plastic buckets in our cooler. So I remember my boss telling me, he was like, "Yeah, I remember one time because we had this kid who was really fucking dumb. I mean, like." Dumb enough that like he told me one time that he didn't know how to use a plunger. So that if that just gives you any idea how dumb this dude was.
Damn.
Yeah, that was interesting. But he actually I have a couple good stories about him. But my manager was telling me, he's like, yeah, I remember going out the back door for a second, like to take the trash out or something, and I had asked him to like pump the sauce from the buckets into the cups, into like little cups we serve with every meal. And so he's like, yeah, so I went outside, took the trash out. He's like, I couldn't have been gone more than like 3 minutes. He's like, I come back in and I open the door and just look, I see him like his arms out and he's like yelling at the ground and there is sauce everywhere. Like he just dropped a whole fucking bucket of it. And like these buckets are like, it's like at least I don't know if it's like a 16-gallon bucket, but it's a pretty big bucket. God. Yeah, so it was like 16 gallons of fucking sauce on the ground.
Keg of sauce.
Yeah, so he was like that's one of like the few times that I've actually had to yell as a manager. He was like, I just saw like,
what the fuck?
He's like, yeah, I just walked into the aftermath and was pissed. But other good story about him was, so we also make our own tea. You know, we have our tea machine. We put the tea bags in and brew it. And then if we're making sweet tea, we have to put in like a big thing of sugar. So the sugar is back in a big bin in the back in the kitchen, and there is also another bin of another white powdery substance that is called magnesol, and that's what we use.
Poison.
No, thankfully. But magnesol is what we use to clean our fryers out whenever we filter them, and it cleans the oil and everything. So that's what we use to clean them. It's fortunately non-toxic. But
well, that's good because I can see where this is going.
Yeah, so you see where this is going, right? So to frame the moment for you, I'm walking out of the kitchen. My one manager, actually Jason, who was on the podcast, Jason's walking out of the bathroom, and he's like, hey, does that tea look like a weird color to you? And it was like way lighter than it should have been. So he goes over, gets a cup of it, and he drinks a little bit. He's like, yeah, this doesn't taste right. It has like a weird aftertaste. He's like, here, taste this. So I take a drink of it. I'm like, yeah, that is pretty weird. And at the same time, my other manager's coming out of the kitchen. I'm like, here, taste this. So she drinks a little bit of it, and we're all in agreement that this tastes pretty weird. And I'm like, I'm just sitting there for a minute, and I'm like, I think there's fucking Magnesol in the tea. And his eyes just go so wide. He's like, oh shit, that would make sense. Because like whenever it cleans the oil, it usually like makes it a little more clear, so like it changed the color of the tea. So we're trying to figure out who did it, and it was me up front, another veteran crew member who obviously we know wouldn't make that mistake. One of the newer kids that it was really smart. He was, great kid. I'm sad he left. So we knew he didn't do it because we actually asked him. And then here comes this guy walking from the lobby, and he has, like, the fucking powder on his pants. So we asked him, we're like, hey, did you put Magnesol in the tea instead of sugar? He's like, no, I didn't. And it's, like, fucking on his pants. Like, he was wearing black pants, and there was, like, white powder on it that clearly wasn't sugar. Because that shit, like, yeah, that shit will get all over your clothes if you let it. If you spill it on yourself. And he was like, I didn't do it. So we had to dump the whole fucking thing out. Like, thank God it is non-toxic, or I'd be dead right now. Me, Jason, and my other manager, all dead. Yeah. But, I mean, on the bright side, my fucking digestive tract was clean from any oil potentially in it. Oh, yeah. Any flour.
Cleaned up on that oil.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, you're literally working with Patrick Starr.
I fucking might as well have been. Some of the kids that we've hired are just dumb. Because we also, put batter, like, on our chicken before we put it in the flour to get the flour to stick to it, obviously. So one day I'm making batters and talking to my boss about something, and this one kid walks by with the trash, and he looks at me and my manager. He's like, I didn't know we put eggs in the sauce, because it's just eggs and milk. He's like, I didn't know we put eggs in the sauce. And my manager and I just kind of look at each other. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think you want to just dip your fucking chicken in raw eggs and milk.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, people are fucking stupid, and it blows my mind how stupid some people are.
Oh, no, yeah, I agree, because at Meister we hired so many young teenagers have gone through that I lose count, but same. They're just some really choice individuals being really stupid. Because, like, whenever I was that age, I thought I was a stupid kid, but I wasn't that fucking stupid.
Yeah, right? It's weird thinking back on it. It's like, was I actually that dumb? Like, I couldn't have been.
I like, every time I think about how stupid I could have been, I kind of want to give my parents a hug for steering me in the right direction.
Oh,
but
yeah, exactly.
I had this one kid, he was probably, like, 15 or something. And he's just, so he doesn't tuck in his shirt. You're supposed to tuck in your shirt.
Oh, yeah, I've had a lot of those.
When you work there. Yeah. So he didn't tuck in his shirt, and he was like, just this, he had the I don't care, I'm a teenager attitude about him and stuff like that. It was probably like, not even a month of him working there. And he's just up there, just standing idly in his register, and he just is kind of just standing there, and his mouth's all like full, like his mouth is closed and stuff like that. And we're just like, okay, he's just. And then, like, we would see him occasionally just take a little bottle out and spit into it. And I'm just like, is he fucking chewing tobacco?
Oh, my God.
And so I went up to him, and I'm just like, hey, what are you doing? And he's just like, nothing. I'm just like, you fucking dipping?
Oh, my God.
And he's just like, yeah. I'm like, look, you're like 16, so you can't even be doing that. And secondly, don't do it inside the store at the register when you were checking out customers. No, you don't want your cashier to be fucking dipping and spitting out fucking dip water and while you're fucking wringing out your broccoli.
That'll be $4.99.
Partner. And then another story about this kid too, because he did not last long, obviously.
Well, of course.
But he was I was like working in the office and overseeing all that shit, and he was supposed to work at like 2:00 or something, and he just didn't show up for like it was like an hour, and we're like, all right, well, let's call somebody else in. So someone else came in and started working. Probably like 3:30, this kid just pulls up, didn't call in beforehand, didn't, we try to get a hold of him, nothing. So he just pulls up an hour and a half later, and he's just like, oh, hey, what's up? I'm supposed to be working. And I'm just like, yeah, you probably want to see the manager, buddy. And he's just like, oh, okay, I'm supposed to be working today, because like they were within earshot and I could hear.
Yeah.
And he's just like, well, yeah, you were late, so we tried to call you, and so we got someone else, so you don't have to work now. He's like, oh, okay, and he just fucking leaves.
Jesus.
Doesn't like apologize or anything, doesn't say anything, and he just fucking leaves. And I'm like,
oh yeah, I've
fucking
had
kids.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people come through like that. It's just I think in my whole time at my current job, we've gotten maybe 2 like good high school kids that we've hired.
Oh yeah, there's always a few good ones for sure that like stick, but then most of them are just, they don't give a shit at all.
Yeah, they just don't care.
Like, I understand, like, you're working there for the summer, you're working there for like the year. I get it, you know. I understand where you're coming from. You picture yourself in greater things. You want to hang out with your friends. You want to smoke your weed. I understand, okay? But you know, you just gotta have some level of respect.
Yeah,
for whatever you're doing.
Yeah,
even if it's the most menial thing, you have to have some sort of respect, and just, you have to. No, you don't want to be there, but you're there. You're making money. At least have an effort about it. Like,
yeah, exactly. I mean, you're entering a fucking agreement with, you know, whatever place you're working at, that like, yeah, I'm gonna give this amount of my time. You're gonna pay me. Like, you know, I'm not saying you have to be all fucking gung ho about your job all the time. But at least take like a little bit of pride in what you do. I mean, try to like, you know, do a good job at least. It's not that fucking.
And yeah,
hard.
another thing, and other people depend on you. You don't really realize that.
Exactly.
That other people depend on you. Excuse me. When you don't show up, other people have to cover your shit. And or when you're not doing something right, or if you forget to do something, other people have to do it. So I used to get called in all the time because we had a group of people, and they weren't even like teenagers. They were just, you know, about maybe our age, a little older or something.
Yeah.
And they would just always call off, sometimes both at the same time. And whenever I was a young lad and I was making some money, well, what I thought at the time was money, because I was like 17. I was like, oh hell yeah, I made $120 this week. Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I would be so happy at the opportunity to pick up more shifts, but it just got to the point where it's just like, and like my boss didn't want to fire people, you know, because it was like a small little store. He didn't want to like fire anybody, but he ultimately had to, because people would just keep fucking calling off and not showing up. And it's just like, I probably called off maybe like only a couple times at work. Probably less than double digits.
Right. Like, yeah, like if I get sick, I feel awful if we don't have like people.
Oh yeah.
If there's,
because you understand, you know exactly like how much staff you have and who exactly would be able to work at that. Like, you know by then.
Exactly, because
so
like,
you know, like, you're part of the system.
Especially too because I've been on the receiving end too of like having so many people call off at one time. Like, it's just fucking awful.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's fucking. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. Not much else to say about that, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, work fucking sucks, dude. Being an adult is lame. I don't like it.
Adulting is hard.
Dude, I sent an email today. I #adulted.
So. I just want to eat my Captain Crunch and watch Rick and Morty and smoke my weed. That's all I want to do.
Hell yeah, brother. Can I get a fucking amen? Actually, can I get a wubba lubba dub dub for all you cool, epic Rick and Morty fans out there?
I wonder how many people that watch us or listen to us watch Rick and Morty.
Too many. No, it's not actually. Not actually. Yeah, right. Apparently, 54 people. So shout out to all of you.
You know what we got to do one of these days? We got to start fielding some questions from the audience.
Oh jeez. Yeah, all 2 questions we'll get. But
hey, no, if we put out the message now, eventually we'll have enough questions stockpiled for a Q&A episode.
Yeah, no, fuck it. Let's start it now. All right. If you listen to this podcast on a semi-regular basis and you've got questions for us, fucking leave them in the comments. Just, you know, let us know. Ask us some shit, and we'll answer it. Probably.
Yeah, you with the default Apple earbuds in your ears right now, laying in bed jerking off.
Well, I mean,
fucking ask us some questions.
I don't know if they'd fucking do that. I mean,
they're doing that to the sound of our voice. Actually, don't do that. That's creepy.
Yeah,
that makes me uncomfortable.
I really hope not. It's kind of weird.
No unsolicited jerking off to my voice, please. I will come at you.
I revoke my consent. I will sue.
I will send in detectives. I will send in police.
I'll send in everything in my power.
But no, yeah. If you have any questions for the Beefcast, fire it up at Wait, do we have that Twitter account yet?
I promise that by the time this airs, we will.
Yes.
Probably, the at will be like at Beef Sneeze YT, because some fucker already took Beef Sneeze.
We're gonna find him and we're gonna fight him. But anyway,
beat his ass.
We got beef with him. But if you have any questions,
fuck yeah,
puns. If you have any questions for the show, any of the members specifically, any questions for me that you want to know, send them over to the Beef Sneeze YT Twitter handle. Hashtag Beef Q&A.
Beef
QA. Beef. Oh, that's perfect. Beef ask
or ask beef. Yeah, just fucking. Or again, leave them in the comments. That would also be an easy way to look
that works too. Or write out a nice little email. And
write us a letter and send it to our PO box.
A little personal touch, a little flair goes a long way.
Yeah, write us an email, bigbeefyboys with a Z, at gmail.com. That's our business email.
Speaking of, Stu the Onion reviewer has still not gotten back to me. It's been well over a year.
Yeah, what the fuck is that
okay.
about? What? I mean, maybe he just ate one too many onions and died.
I don't know. I hope he's okay. I hope he's not dead.
Hey,
I love him.
Who knows? Well, Stu, wherever you are right now, hope you're doing all right.
Stu, if you're listening to this, please answer me.
Please
Your
respond.
mom's worried about you.
Stu, the coma's over. We're trying to reach out to you. Wake up.
Stu, you have to still eat a shallot.
Oh, man. Well, I think that since we are a little ways over the hour mark, this might be a good place to call it. I don't want to run too long.
I've about had it with this, so...
Yeah, I'm done talking to you. I don't like you anymore. I don't know. Any closing thoughts? Any final remarks? Final plugs for things that you're doing?
Well, what am I? I'm doing a whole lot of nothing right now. I'm in a weird transitory period. I'm transitioning into different phases of life right now, and adjusting to that. So I haven't really been creative on that front. But all my creative energy, I hope, I'm channeling into this this endeavor, or this channel here. So I hope that my contributions will be of worth to the greatness that the Beef Sneeze and the Beefcast will become. Because we got some good stuff. You're doing good things, Brandon.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
Thank you.
But yeah, dude, fucking all right.
Follow me at Gifted Llama on Twitter. I don't know.
At Gifted
Llama. I retweet funny things. I don't post funny things, but if you like retweeting, at Gifted Llama.
If you like seeing the funny things that other people say, follow Weaver.
If you like watching the only complete Let's Play that I've ever done, Pokemon Ruby, Gifted Llama, check it out. It's a good game, Pokemon Ruby. Play it if you haven't. And watch Battle Royale and Night of the Living Dead, and don't eat a lot of popcorn before bed, and do your job.
Yeah,
there you go.
I think it's
my
important
messages.
One.
Yes.
Do your fucking job, please.
Bitch!
All right, well, yeah, also check out, we started a new series here on the channel. It is Brandon's Bad Fanfiction Theater, and it's me doing big dramatic readings of really fucking bad fanfictions that I find on the internet. Currently, we're doing Sonic High School. I think by the time
I would love
this
to get involved with that at some point.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, just fucking let me know what characters you want to play, and we can work that out. But yeah, we're doing that one currently. By the time this one goes up, I think there should be a couple episodes of it out, more than just chapter 1. But yeah, check that out. And let me know if there's any fan fictions that you know of that you want to see. And we'll... Or
that you wrote, and that you want read dramatically.
Exactly. If you wrote anything that you're ashamed of at one point in your life, then I'll read it. So...
Steven Universe or Rick and Morty fan fictions.
Oh, hell yeah.
Send them our way.
But... hell yeah. Well, thanks for listening, and we will see you next week.
Bye!